Welcome to Stellar Stories, where we explore the extraordinary moments happening beyond our atmosphere. Today we're diving into a groundbreaking achievement in the world of space exploration, the Polaris Dawn mission. 4 civilians aboard SpaceX's Crew Dragon capsule have just made history by becoming the first non-government astronauts to conduct a spacewalk. SpaceX hosted a live broadcast of this monumental event, also known as an extravehicular activity, or EVA. It all kicked off at 6:12 a.m. Eastern Time. For the first time in history, civilians opened the hatch of a spacecraft and stepped out into the vast, empty void of space. The entire spacecraft was depressurized, fully exposing it to the harsh vacuum of space. This was a huge risk, but also an incredible milestone in humanity's journey to the stars. The Polaris Dawn crew reached altitudes further than any human has traveled in over 50 years, ever since NASA's Apollo missions. Now, let's meet the incredible crew who made this moment possible. Leading the mission is Jared Isaacman, CEO of Shift4 Payments and the financier behind Polaris Dawn. Joining him are Scott Kidd Petit, a former US Air Force pilot, and 2 talented SpaceX engineers, Anna Menon and Sarah Gillis. Together, they've trained for this mission, focusing on one key task: conducting the first ever commercial spacewalk. The spacewalk began with Isaacman, who became the first to exit the spacecraft at just before 7 a.m. He climbed a specially designed ladder called Skywalker and ventured into the infinite darkness of space. As he looked back toward Earth, he shared a reflection. Back at home, we all have a lot of work to do, but from here, it looks like a perfect world. Later, SpaceX engineer Sarah Gillis followed Isaacman, spending around 10 minutes outside the capsule. Her main task: testing the mobility of SpaceX's cutting-edge EVA suits, which aim to be more flexible and less restrictive than the bulky white suits we've seen in past missions. These suits are designed for a future where humans live and work in space. They're lightweight, flexible, and represent a leap forward for space technology. Instead of a bulky life support backpack, these suits use long hoses connected to the spacecraft for oxygen. The goal? To one day mass-produce them for the thousands or even millions of people who may one day live among the stars. While only Isaacman and Gillis ventured outside, the entire crew was treated to breathtaking views of Earth from their capsule's windows. Anna Menon, one of the engineers on board, described the moment perfectly. The sun peaks over the horizon, and the whole world just lights up. Or the whole world goes to sleep, and you just get to witness this hour after hour. Our Earth is so beautiful. After their historic spacewalk, the crew returned to the safety of their capsule, enjoying some much-needed rest, food, and a chance to connect with their families. They even took a moment to snap a selfie and share their experiences directly to social media, using SpaceX's Starlink satellite internet. NASA Administrator Bill Nelson called it a giant leap forward for the commercial space industry and for the mission to build a sustainable space economy. And while the mission is far from over, this spacewalk is a glimpse of what the future holds. The Polaris Dawn crew has demonstrated that with innovation, courage, and determination, we're one step closer to a future where space is open to all. What's next for the Polaris Dawn mission? We'll be sure to follow along as they continue their 5-day journey, testing new technologies and breaking boundaries. Until then, remember, the stars are no longer out of reach. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more cosmic adventures right here on Stellar Stories. Thanks for watching.